Okay guys, let's do more examples here. So that was your rule 1 on your quadrants. Okay, let's do another example. Here goes. I tell you sine 150 degrees. Sine 150, we know 150, that's 90, that's 180. That means the angle lies there. So it goes sine. Do I say 90 plus 60? Because 90 plus 60 will give me 150. Or do I say 180 minus 30? Yes, you are right. We say 180 minus 30. Right? So sine 180, the name stays the same. Sine 30. 180 minus is in my second quadrant. What do we know about sine in my second quadrant? It's positive. So that's your answer would be positive. What is sine 30? You can go to your calculator, plug it in. Sine 30 will give you 60 degrees. No, sine 30 is a half. Sine 30 is a half. Okay? Let's do another example. Let's say now they give it to you. They tell you sine 270 minus x. Now there's no angle. The angle is not given. But they're giving you 270 in the question. And they're not giving you an angle. Now we know 270 minus lies in that quadrant there. 270 minus lies in quadrant 3. But the name 270, does the name stay or does the name change? Yes, the name changes. What does it change? Sine changes to cosine. So now we say the quadrant falls away. We are now left with cos x. Sine 270 minus x is cos x. But are we done? No. We need to check the sign in that quadrant, the positive or the negative. So now what do we know about sine in the third quadrant? Only tan is positive. Everything else is negative. So your answer is minus cos x. If you just put cos x, you would get it completely wrong. And you would be losing all your marks. Let's choose another example. I'm going to do one more example. I tell you cos, let's say 210. Now cos 210 would be cos, we're going to be using 210 lies between which two quadrants? The 180 and the 270. So 210 lies between 180 and 270. That means it's also in the third quadrant. So now we're going to say 180 plus. 180 plus how much will give me 210? 30 degrees. So now the quadrant falls away. We're left with cos 30. We've reduced it from 210 to 30 degrees using our quadrant. 180 plus is in my third quadrant. What do I know about cos? You look at the original, not the changed one. You look at the original. What is cos in my third quadrant? Negative. And we know minus cos 30, if you go to your calculator, would be minus square root 3 over 2. And there we go, guys. That is how you reduce your angles. So this is the first rule that we have, the quadrant rule. So I've showed you now how to reduce an angle using a quadrant. What happens when you have negative angles? So I'm going to do all these rules independently, and then we're going to summarize everything on one board, so you've got all the notes with regard to this. Boys and girls, I promise you, with these 5 rules, you don't need any further notes on this topic. Whatever else you got, you can push aside. This is all you need to know in order to get full marks in your examination. So let's now go to rule 2. Right? So rule number 1 was the quadrant rule, and I hope you took them all down. We're now going to go on to rule 2. And rule 2, we're now going to be putting, this is rule 2 of 5, and let's call this the negative angle rule. Okay? I hope you've taken all this down, boys and girls. We're cutting now for an ad break, a 3-minute ad break. No work for you, giving you a little bit of a break. Enjoy the show, watch the ads, have your popcorn and coffee ready, and go through the notes of the first topic, of the first segment of the show. Go through the notes, and I'll see you after the break. I hope you're enjoying the show.